I adore this painting. The compassion and kindness she displayed. I only have this picture and our memories. My infant. But what would have happened if they hadn't failed? The water would have swept it away. Because they were accustomed to finding bodies, the people already knew what to do when they discovered one. 6 bodies were found hanging from the bridge near a tourist area in August 2022. They were close to Los Cabos. I mean, there are all kinds of crimes that happen there. Due to kidnappings and other similar incidents, the beaches in Los Cabos are supervised by the police. However, as previously stated, they were forced to come forward as a result of their error. However, if things had gone according to plan and Americans had accepted that the death occurred at this time, it would have been just another victim being killed. Well, let's continue. She was laid to rest just over 10 days after her body was discovered on a property in Cabo, Mexico on November 12, 2022. The brutal murder of her remains a mystery to her family. What actions has the FBI taken so far? Do they intend to conceal something? If so, then why is that the case? Let's get to the bottom of everything. On Friday, October 28, 2022, it is said that Robinson and a group of friends flew to the Mexican resort city to spend the weekend celebrating a friend's birthday. The last time Salamander Robinson talked to her daughter was that Friday. Shanquella and the group finally arrived in Cabo after an 8-hour journey, where she informed her mother that they had eaten and were getting ready for the weekend's festivities. At the time, Salamander was unaware that this would be the last time she would hear her daughter's voice. The following day, Shanquella's mother hoped to hear from her daughter. Instead, she received a call from a travel companion, informing her that Shanquella was unwell and might have alcohol poisoning. She was allegedly shown being beaten up by another young woman the following day. The incident was recorded on video. At least 2 individuals appear to have been filming the violence, one of whom was the individual who took the video that was shared on social media. The other person, on the other hand, was a person whose phone was also recording the incident. Why was the incident recorded on film? Do you believe that all of this was planned to kill her? Why then? Mexican authorities therefore performed an autopsy to dispel any doubts regarding alcohol poisoning as the cause of her death. Robinson did not have any traces of alcohol in her system, according to the report. In point of fact, Robinson was found to have died from a broken neck and several bruises all over her body. In connection with the femicide investigation, the Mexican government has issued an arrest warrant for a person whose identity has not been made public. According to Baja California, surprise prosecutor Daniel de la Rosa Anaya, an arrest warrant for the crime of femicide has been issued against a suspected offender, a friend of hers who is the direct aggressor, as reported by ABC News. In addition, they have requested that an American citizen be extradited on suspicion of murder in connection with Shanquella's inexplicable death. Officials in Mexico and the United States have not officially identified the subject, and no arrests have been made. What is the purpose of this? Do they intend to conceal something? For the first time in several weeks, the Mexican investigator who issued the arrest warrant is speaking publicly about the investigation into Shanquella Robinson's death. The statements were made by the Attorney General of Baja California, Sir Daniel de la Rosa Anaya, at a recent news conference. De la Rosa Anaya said that his office has asked for the person who caused Robinson's death to be extradited. De la Rosa Anaya claims that his office is collaborating with American authorities in order to determine whether or not the other passengers on the flight from the United States should also be prosecuted. His detectives requested interviews with them. He emphasized how important it was to get a court order for anyone who was responsible for this, including any potential accomplices. It's possible that bureaucratic inertia is to blame for the lack of information and updates in this case. When one American citizen is suspected of killing another American citizen in another country, the United States Attorney's Office cannot simply decide to file murder charges. A former federal prosecutor who spoke with Channel 9 said, "It will require approval from the Secretary of State and the Attorney General." According to De La Rosa Anaya, a request was made to monitor the suspect's immigration status. While the circumstances surrounding Shanquella Robinson's death are still being investigated by the authorities, social media has been abuzz with speculation regarding her traveling companions. 6 other individuals, including Khalil Cook, Maliv Dyer, Waiter Donovan, Elise Hyatt, and Dejana Jackson, are said to have traveled with Robinson to Cabo, Mexico. The claims claim that Nisir Wiggins was also on this trip. Even though everyone was saddened by her death, some people are trying to learn something by saying things like, "This is why you can't call everyone your friend." Nevertheless, Shanquella's vacation companions were people she had known for a very long time and could rely on. She didn't just meet random people or people she hadn't heard of before. Each of these people is personally familiar to her and her family. Shanquella's traveling companions have all been dishonest or, at the very least, deceptive regarding the sequence of events that led to her death, as Robinson's mother has already demonstrated beyond a reasonable doubt. We have been informed that the person who can be seen attacking Robinson has been identified as Dejana Jackson. In the video that has gone viral, it has been said on social media that she is not only not cooperating with law enforcement, but that she has also left North Carolina in the middle of the online reaction to the claims that she was the murderer. On the other hand, Nasir Wiggins has already uploaded a video that has gone viral and in which he vehemently denies being to blame for Robinson's death. The hairdresser's alleged friend claims that he did not arrive in Cabo until around 15:30 on the fateful Saturday, approximately 30 minutes after a doctor declared Robinson dead. Unanswered is the question of why people who are familiar with Shanquella and her loved ones would attempt to harm her and then cover it up. Why did they record the incident and then act like she was intoxicated? Salamandra Robinson, Shanquella's mother, claimed in an interview with The Independent